Man, oh man, don't get me started on last night's game. How's everyone doing? Hope everyone is well. Hope everyone had a little bit better night betting than I did because, that under 37 was good. That spread, God, it held right into that fourth quarter, man. And then, at that point, it's like, do you want the spread or do you want the under on the points when the Titans could have won it? Obviously, I would have preferred the Titans to win outright because of the football pool with my mother-in-law. We had the Titans plus 2.5. So, man, Titans hung in there, baby, right till the very end, man. And it's despite all the constant injuries, the penalties that was going on both teams getting pissed off about the penalties. Honestly, the Titans benefited way more from those penalties in the long run. But it is what it is, man. With that being said, we're gonna move on. We're on to Sunday. You know how it is, man. We're gonna go over the injuries here, and then we're gonna go over some of the lines that are going on. We're also gonna check DraftKings on their skill position players, and check the injury reports there. And obviously, I'll give you all some picks that I've already made. Which are all right now parlays. I always sprinkle a little bit of a parlay. One's a pretty good, decent teaser that I like. And so we're going to go ahead and get started with the Miami Dolphins and Kansas City Chiefs. Now, Dolphins right now, it's looking like, Robert Hunt and Brandon Jones did not practice Wednesday and Thursday. Running back Raheem Mostert and Durham Smythe were out of the opening practice of the week, but were both limited Thursday. They listed 10 players as limited on Thursday. A lot of those guys we already know. They're always limited. Teron Armstead, limited. Xavier Howard, Nick Needham, Jalen Ramsey, Connor Williams. At this point in the year, man, there's going to be so many players that are just straight out limited. And that's just how it's going to be. The Chiefs, pretty healthy. Willie Gay and Jerick McKinnon were the only ones missing practice on Wednesday, but they did practice limited capacity yesterday. And here's the big thing, though. Miami went out to Germany early in the week. The Kansas City Chiefs, I don't know when they left, but they left pretty late. So we already know, we have already seen this story before, how the Titans did the same thing against the Ravens, and they looked terrible up until the end, basically. So my pick on this, obviously, is the Dolphins. I think plus 2.5 is fine. I would even say take the money line. But having that plus, having them as dogs, it makes it perfect for a teaser. So, if you're interested in that, I did not throw them on the teaser just because I don't think you need it. I think money line, the Dolphins are just definitely going to go and take care of business. I mean, it's looking like both Xavier Howard and Jalen Ramsey are going to play. If they get Teron Armstead back, that's another big one. If he could play the whole game, that would be nice. I just think that this team is more talented, talent-wise, as far as position players. And I know the Chiefs' defense has played well, but Tyreek Hill has had this game circled on his calendar, and everybody is thinking about it. Everybody wants to go out there and show out, especially being in Europe and Germany. First time the NFL's played in Europe, God knows how long. Actually, maybe they did it last year. I don't know. And when I say Europe, I mean like the actual continent of Europe, of Europa, not Great Britain. I don't count that. That's like going to a dumbed down version of the United States. No offense to any Brits watching this. I say that as all in fun, all in good fun. But yeah, I just think the Dolphins are in prime position to win. The Chiefs just looked bad last week against Denver. And really, the big thing is this: that outside of Travis Kelce, who's Mahomes got to throw to? They got McCole Hartman back, but I mean, he's really a deep threat guy. He's definitely not Tyreek Hill. Sky Moore is on the verge of just being a complete and total bust, waste of a draft pick. Who else? I mean, Rashee Rice is really the only bright spot on that Chiefs offense outside of Travis Kelce, obviously. Isaiah Pacheco, when they actually give him the ball, he makes things happen. But I just don't see it. I see the Dolphins just making a statement, proving that they're one of the top AFC teams in the conference. So Dolphins all the way. Don't really need to say much more than that. Vikings Falcons is an ugly game, to be honest. No Kirk Cousins. We got Jaren Hall making the start. The big injury news obviously is Kirk Cousins. The team, they were without Dean Lowry due to a groin issue. Brian Asamoah, Caleb Evans, KJ Osborne, and Brandon Powell were all limited. Means are probably going to play. The only ones that you really need to look out for are guys with like shoulder, neck, like foot or hamstring injuries. Other than that, they should be fine. The Falcons, Heineke is going to start, so that gives them a big boost in my opinion. And let's see, Drake London and I'm not sure who Helms is. They were both out Wednesday and Thursday. Arthur Smith didn't have David Onyemata and Calais Campbell on practice on Wednesday they're veteran rest. See, I hate it when they word it like this. It makes it seem like they were injured, but they were just resting and then they play practice. Don't even put that on there. Just don't even put that on there. Why do you got to put that on there, man? Or just say, hey, they had a rest day, and you don't need to say anything else. Vikings right now, it's looking like why don't we just go ahead and pick up come on. Pick up where we left off here. So, and of course, none of this is in order. Okay, Vikings +4. This is looking like +4.5. You got on FanDuel, +3.5 on BetMGM, +4. So a pretty decent coverage here on this game. You got the Falcons are at home. They've been playing a lot better at home than on the road. I don't know, man. This could be one of those games. What's the total at? I didn't even put the. Let's see, all markets. Now we got to go find the doggone game again. All right, what's the total? Total's sitting at 37. Yeah, that's in that sweet spot, man. I would take the under on this. Taylor Heineke is good, but especially if they're without Drake London, I don't really see this offense outside of the run game really moving the ball a whole lot. I mean, Heineke has definitely made do with underachievers outside of Terry McLaurin, when he was with Washington. But, and I like Taylor Heineke. I think he's great. I think it was a shame that he didn't get to stay in Washington and really, really earn it. Because he's older, man. He's not I think he's older. And he's getting his shot here in Atlanta, and, this is a perfect position for him. So, I mean, if I were to make a bet, I would for one of these teams, I would lean on the Falcons. I don't know if I would lean on them at -4, 3.5, 4. If you were able to get this if you were able to jump on this early, that would have been great. Anything above 3, I'm a no-go on the Falcons. So I would go with the under 37. And let's go ahead and I'm going to open up another link here just so I don't have to keep bouncing back and forth. We can see what. God, I hate it when that pops up. Hey, log in with your email. No thanks. All right, where is it? Let's see. So it looks like, a lot of the money here. Yeah, of course I can't see everything else because I don't pay for this. Maybe I should, man. If I actually start gaining traction, it's pretty even split, man, between the plus and the minus. But it depends on what line you're going with. But honestly, I would go with the under 37. I think that's a safe bet. I don't know. I really don't like picking totals. Last night razor's edge, man. I got that under 37. That was really close. But I think under 37 is a decent play here if you're going to go with the under for the Vikings and Falcons. And obviously, you got to watch that injury report. So we got the Cardinals and the Browns. We'll take a look real quick at the Chiefs Dolphins. Yeah, it's basically down to a pick 'em at this point. Like I said, excuse me. Like I said, I'm going with the Dolphins on the money line. Don't even need the plus here. I mean, you're going to get better odds with the money line anyway. They're still at plus, like, I forget what the money line is. I know I could actually look at it. Okay, yeah, it's up. Okay, so it has come down a little bit. I got them at plus 105. So so you're in plus money on the money line. So I don't think the total is like 50.5. Honestly, I don't know if they get to that. I don't know if they actually hit that. I could see this being like a 24-13 type of deal, or a 28-14. I don't know if they actually cracked that 50.5. So I don't know. We'll see. All right, Cardinals Browns. Oh man, I really don't want to talk about this game, man. So no. It doesn't say Thursday after being named full part. At this moment, he's still on the reserve PUP list. Practice squad. Quarterback Driscoll in order to have another quarterback besides Clayton Tune on the active roster on Sunday. So they got to make a decision. And right now, we don't really know. So let's see. They've got some. All right, Michael Wilson did not practice. Let's see. Chris Barnes, Greg Dortch, Kevin Strong were all limited. Browns, Watson, he was limited. They don't really. Again, we won't know. The rest of these gentlemen were limited as well. Yeah. So, I mean, I have like no interest in this game whatsoever. I don't even know where it is on this list. Here it is. The line is sitting at 8.5. Some of them is 7.5. I really don't like this. If you were to, you just really don't. I mean, this is the type of game. Everybody's going to be piling on the Browns, I think. Everyone's on the Browns -8, and I get that, but the Cardinals, man, and albeit with Dobbs, they were They were like really good at getting those backdoor covers. So I don't know, and this is another one of those games where I'm just gonna stay away from, man. I have no interest in betting this. So if you want to, obviously lean the Browns. Maybe just take them on the money line. I know the money line is so... Actually, no, I didn't even look at that. The money line is so lopsided, it's not even worth it. So, I mean, if you think the Browns are going to drop 8 on the Cardinals with P.J. Walker and a very limited offense... I mean, I think Didn't they trade away Donovan Peoples-Jones? So they've got like Amari Cooper. I don't even know who their other receivers are. So, this is a game that's going to be ugly. The under is at 37.5, and it's steady on all books. That might be worth looking at, taking the under on points. That's probably where I would go. If I were. I don't plan on betting that game. Rams and Packers. So Stafford out of practice Wednesday and Thursday. He's dealing with that sprain in his thumb. Doesn't look like they're saying it's unlikely he's going to play, but he hasn't been ruled out yet. So that's really like the biggest one. Let's see. I've not practiced yet this week. Rob Havenstein and Ernest Jones. The rest of these guys like Nakua, Skoranek, they've all been limited. Okay, so these guys were full participation on Thursday. Green Bay Packers. Pretty much everybody was limited. So, and like I said, everybody's going to be limited, especially guys like Aaron Jones. He's going to be limited the rest of the year, I guarantee you. I'm actually torn on this, man. I know. Let's take a look at quarterback real quick. Stafford is still questionable, so after he wasn't spotted during the media access portion of the session, Stafford logged a second DNP to begin the week. Because Sean McVay considers Stafford day-to-day, the quarterback may not need to log any practice reps this week in order to suit up on Sunday at Green Bay. In the end, Stafford's status come down to reduction of the swelling in his right thumb caused by his sprained UCL. Yeah, Brett Rippon. Just put Stetson Bennett in, man. Just put him in and say, go ahead, man. Let's see what you can do. Yeah. So for the Rams and Packers, it's holding at 3, man. It is holding at 3. And honestly, the Packers have burned me so many times when I bet on them that I just can't do it in good faith. I can't. I just can't do it, man. Because this is the type of game that they would lose at home. This is the type of game they would drop. I'm telling you, man. Like, I have no faith in this team. They have the talent. They just can't execute. And, I feel like the Rams are a scrappy bunch, I know they're most likely going to be without Stafford. But they're still giving you that +3, and there's a reason for that. There's a reason for that. That it's like the books are telling you something. It's like they know something you don't. And I guarantee you all that money is going on the Packers. Okay, all right, 57%. But still, I mean, that's a pretty decent amount. I bet you a lot of these bets were made before they knew Stafford was in serious trouble of missing the game. Because the line opened at -1, +1, and then it jumped up to +3, -3. So, me personally, I took the Rams at the spread. Because, I mean, there's just, without Stafford, you have Brett Rippon behind you. I don't understand how this line hasn't crept up to 6.5. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So that's why I'm taking the Rams on this. Don't need to. I'm just taking it +3. Set it and forget it. We'll see what happens. Because I just don't trust this Packers team at all. So, moving on. Commanders and Patriots. This is an interesting one. After the Commanders pretty much sold, they auctioned off their 2 best players, defensive players, I should say. In Chase Young and Montez Sweat. But I don't know, man. We'll take a look at that injury report. So they held out Curtis Samuel and a defensive back. Jonathan Allen, Kendall Fuller were off the injury report after having rest days. Yeah, it doesn't look like they have too many serious injuries to really worry about. The Patriots did not have Trent Brown or Devontae Parker, Calvin Anderson, and Pharaoh Brown during first practice. Pharaoh's the only one limited on Thursday, so that means Brown, Parker, and Anderson did not practice yesterday. And then they have a bunch of other limited players like they always do. So it's looking like the money is going towards the Patriots because of that massive trade sell-off. The line is sitting at -3. Here we go. The line is sitting at, okay, it's looking like you can get some -3, +3. This is another one, man, where, even without the defensive ends, I think the Patriots have been such an enigma like this year. Like they come in, they go toe-to-toe week 1 with the Eagles and almost come away with the game. And then they turn around and have some really bad games, like that game against Dallas. And then, they shock everybody and beat the Bills. It's like you don't know which team you're going to get every week. And I feel like this is just another one of those games that the Commanders will somehow find a way to win or at least cover this 3-point spread. Hopefully not a push. If you can buy the hook up to 3.5, I would. So, yeah. And it looks like FanDuel has 3.5 at -115. I would take that. I'd take that all the way. And maybe even take the under on points, to be perfectly honest. Under 41? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. I think under 41. I would not expect there to be a lot of points in this game, but then again, oh my God. Okay, apologies about that. This video is going to take forever to edit. Okay. Package being delivered. Of course, my freaking dog had to lose his freaking mind. Okay, so, yes, I'm sticking with the Commanders on this. I don't even know where I was talking about this, but I'm going with the Commanders plus 3.5. So 3.5 where you can find it. And we're going to just move on. So, Bears Saints, another ugly game that I'm not really interested in. Yeah, where see why can't these things just be in order? What the heck, man? Am I not seeing something here? Is the game that? Oh, here it is. All right. So yeah, as 8.5, you get Tyson Bagent against the Saints, and again, same deal, man. Saints have been garbage, like hot garbage, in some points of the year, and then they have been pretty decent in other parts of the year. And the Saints, man, I'm just not touching this one, man. I got no interest in this game. I've got no interest in the game. When I bet the Saints, whether they were favorites or underdogs, I got burned. So I'm just not touching it, man. Obviously, you would want to lean the Saints, but there's really no sharp bet here because you've got 8.5 or like an absurd money line. So I don't know. I have no interest in this game whatsoever. I'll go over the injuries real quick, but I'm not. I mean, the money is basically going to the Saints. Let's see. I did see this though. Bears head coach hinted Monday that Fields may be able to practice in some fashion this week. Remains sidelined. Okay, so he's definitely not going to play this week. Okay, that was the one thing I did see that I was interested in looking at was the questionable status that I saw for Justin Fields. So yeah, Jaquan Brisker. Let's see. Fields as non-participants. All of them didn't practice Thursday either. For the Saints, just looking for some notable players. Thomas had a rest day. Andrus Pete was limited. Taysom Hill, Graham, Ramczyk, basically all the veterans were given rest days, and then Thomas and Pete improved full participation on Thursday, so that's pretty good. But yeah, I mean, if you really want to take the Saints, you can. I got no interest in this game whatsoever. Seahawks and Ravens. This is an interesting one, man. Seattle held out wide receiver Tyler Lockett from Wednesday's practice and gave Adams a rest day. Both practices limited on Thursday. Phil Haynes, Bradford, Maffei, Reed, and were limited on Wednesday. Haynes and Reed fully practiced on Thursday. Didn't practice Thursday. Bradford, Damian Lewis didn't practice it because of an illness. That sucks. DK Metcalf didn't practice Thursday after practicing fully on Wednesday. That's interesting. So Marcus Williams returned to practice for the Ravens, which is huge. Let's see. Ronnie Stanley, all these guys look like. Oh, okay. They were not spotted at practice, but Harbaugh told us there were no major injuries to come out against Beckham Thursday. As it Edwardson Stanley is in considered he's not participating because of an illness. Morgan Mota says yet to practice this week. Okay, so some banged up guys on the offensive line, but right now the Seahawks. This line is started at 3 and now it's crept up to 6. So something's going on here. I know all the money is going to be on the Ravens. Actually, it's actually not too bad here. The split isn't too bad. Yeah, the over under. Yeah, money line. Yeah, I don't know, man. This is a tricky one. This is one of those games that I would tease. You know what I mean? This is a game that I would tease. Especially since the Seahawks are on the road. I mean, I don't know, man. This could be one of those games. I mean, maybe a teaser, and that's about it. I'm not really interested in this one all that much. Vikings, Falcons. Did we already we talked about that? Okay, sorry. Buccaneers and Texans. This one I am interested in. Buccaneers and Texans. So the line's sitting between 2.5 and 3. Take a look at the injuries real quick. Matt Filer and Logan Hall. Tight end O'Keefe. Okay. Mayfield, full participant at practice. Okay. Texans were without Robert Woods, Laramie Tunsil, Damian Pierce, Brevin Jordan, and Kadar Holman start the week. Holman and Tunsil were limited Thursday. George Fant, Titus Howard is full on Thursday. Sheldon Reagans is limited both days. Okay. Here's the thing. If you can get if you can get +3, which you can on DraftKings, and it looks like this is points bet or I can't see what this one is. Bet Rivers and FanDuel. And PointsBet. Yeah, if you can get the +3, I would take the Buccaneers on the +3. And my reasoning for that is, it's almost even right here. Total is over 40, which I could see. I could see that. The money line, again, pretty even here. Actually, money line is more heavy on the Buccaneers. And my reasoning behind this is because I feel like the Buccaneers just have better offensive weapons than the Texans. And I feel like the Buccaneers defense against a rookie quarterback, I would expect them to play a lot better than they have been. If they can, Todd Bowles, a defensive coach, this could be a game where the Buccaneers, turn it around after that embarrassing win or loss against Atlanta. They're underdogs. They're 3-point underdogs against the Texans. They're going into Houston. What better way to rebound than to beat them at home? So Baker Mayfield appears to be fully healthy, and I think both his receivers, Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, are fully healthy as well. So I'm going +3, and the over 40 points I think is also a real possibility here as well. So if you want to do like a little same game parlay, do a +3 and over 40, and then maybe sprinkle in a touchdown to Evans or Godwin. Get yourself some pizza money. But yeah, that's my bet there. Buccaneers +3 all the way, and strongly considering the over 40 there as a little same game parlay. We got the Colts and Panthers. Not really interested in this. I think the spread is not terrible. It's right at 2.5. Okay. This was one that I would tease. I would tease the Panthers up. You just don't, you don't know. The Colts defense hasn't been playing that well recently. They haven't really been playing all that great under Gardner Minshew. I mean, they put up points against Cleveland, but they essentially had that game stolen from them. And Panthers finally got their first win last week, and they're probably going to be riding that into this. They're at home against the Colts, so I would tease. This is one of my teasers is the Panthers. Where's the money being spent on this? It's all a lot of the money is going towards wow, a lot of people are taking the Panthers here. So you got +128, 66%, under 44.5. I think that's okay, and then +2.5 for the Panthers. A lot of people betting the Panthers this week. But yeah, I'm taking it as a teaser, and that's about it. We didn't even look at their injury report. Let's see. Nothing too big. Braden Smith, their right tackle, did not participate in practice. Let's see. They're banged up. 8 players who did not practice. Chark. I'm not sure that is Troy Hill, Justin Houston, Hayden Hurst, Taylor Moton. That's a big one. Adam Thielen, but he's given a rest day. Brian Burns, Corbett, Luvu. They're all limited. I mean, when you've got Brian Burns and Frankie Luvu on defense, you definitely have a shot. So that's why I'm teasing the Panthers up. Giants Raiders, dude, I have zero interest in this game. I don't even want to talk about it. Here are the lines. Here's the injury report. I'm moving on. I'm not even talking about this game. To hell with that game. I don't give 2 Fs about that game. All right, Cowboys-Eagles. Probably one of the games of the week here outside of the Dolphins and Chiefs. Let's see. Gallup, Smith, and Curse did not practice on Wednesday, so that's not good. Gallup's dealing with an illness. He'll probably play. Smith with that neck injury that's just been nagging him this whole year. Who knows if he'll play. Curse, toe. Again, you've heard me talk about toe injuries. Hopkins was able to play through it yesterday, but he did not look like his normal self. I mean, he caught a bunch of passes, but he did not look like his normal dominant self. Let's see. They conducted a walkthrough. Calcaterra, Bradley Roby, Scott, non-participants. Davis, Jurgens, Stoll, Williams were limited. So Eagles not too bad on the injury front. Right now the line's been holding at 3, and I am taking the Dallas +3. Excuse me. I'm taking the Cowboys +3. I think I think a lot of people are too, if I remember correctly. No, actually, a lot of people are taking -3, taking the over 46.5, and they're taking but that's weird. A lot of people are taking the spread on the Eagles, but a lot of people are punching in on that money line there for the Cowboys. Yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm on both, man. +3 and the money line for the boys. As far as the over, I mean, you know me, I don't really care about. I don't really bet totals too much because I usually get burned. I have bad luck with those. Let's see, Bills, Bengals. Let's see, Rasul Douglas. Yeah, he was out because he had just gotten there. Josh Allen, Kyer Elam, and Damar Hamlin, and as non-participants due to injuries. So this is a big one to look for, man. Is this Josh Allen injury? Let's see if we have any updates over here. Where is Josh Allen? Oh, does this not have the 8 o'clock? Oh, for crying out loud. I hate having to do this, man. I try and find a contest that has everything, and I thought I did. Showdown. Let's see. Where Buffalo, Cincinnati. Just bring me into something, man. I don't care. I just want to look at the injury designation. All right, here we go. Allen, right shoulder, practiced fully on Thursday. See, so this hasn't been updated yet for them. So that's good. So you probably don't have to worry too much. It is worth keeping an eye on. Right now the line is between 1.5 and 2. I'm taking the Bengals. I'm taking them on the money line. I'm taking them on the spread. I think the Bengals can get this at home against a banged up Bills team. We didn't even look at. Let's see. They held out Hendrickson. Let's see. Orlando Brown, Akeem Davis-Gaither, and Mixon were limited. They're pretty healthy, so I like this. I like the Bengals. The public seems to love the Bengals as well. They're taking the over on points, which is pretty interesting. Over 49.5. But you know me, I'm sticking with the spread and the money line. And as for the Chargers and Jets, no injury report yet. But this one I would definitely take. Oh, it's right at 40. Oh, man. I don't know. This could be one of those 20-17 games, right? But then again, it could be 23-17. And it could be right at 40. I don't know about the total. As far as the, I might like the Jets. I might even tease them. I didn't even think about this game before I made some of my teaser bets, and that's something I need to go over real quick. But yeah, +3.5 for the Jets, man. I actually don't mind this. Their defense is really good. The Chargers have not been playing up to expectations, I should say. So, a lot of it's going to come down to, can Zach Wilson be the Zach Wilson that, beat Buffalo, almost beat Kansas City, beat the Eagles, do enough, I should say, to win those games. And so that's why I am not shying away from Jets +3.5. I think that's a decent line to look, and a great teaser, a great 6-point teaser. Heck, maybe even move it up to 7. But yeah, so that's that. Let's go over my official picks. Let me do this one, and then I'll do my teaser. Okay, this is it. So this is something that I'm starting to do, and just sprinkling a little bit of money to see if I can get that crazy win. So this is what I call the underdog bet, the Rocky Balboa bet. This is where I take a look at the underdogs in the week on the money line, and I pick the ones that I think have the best chance of have a better chance than others of winning. So I took the Dolphins on the money line because, yes, it's +105 for the Dolphins. I took the Seahawks at +210. This is a parlay, mind you, against the Ravens. That's probably the biggest one right there. One of the bigger hurdles of this. Um, let's see. So Dolphins Seahawks. I took the Commanders beating the Patriots. The Commanders at plus 136. I took the Vikings at plus 170. So again, because they were underdogs. Tampa Bay underdogs plus 124 against the Texans. I took the Rams plus 140 against the Pack. Cowboys plus 130 against the Eagles. And I know I was just talking about the Bengals, but having the Bills at plus 110 as a money line to cap it off for Sunday Night Football is just hard not to pass up. I sprinkled $5 on it because it was a bonus bet that I had, and this, if it hits, man, it's 8 picks. I know it's a long shot, but it pays out at $5K. So those were my underdogs that I think have the best chance of pulling it out. And man, can you imagine? I would be feeling some type of way. Now, the one that brings us back down to earth is the 6-pick teaser. So I took the Panthers teaser. I took the total of the Giants Raiders as a teaser. And then I took the Rams tease. And then I took the Seahawks as a teaser. Cardinals teaser, Buccaneers teaser. I spent I put $17 on it. Pays out about $95. So not a bad teaser there. So those are my two already locked in bets. The rest of them I already shared with you all. As for the pool, the remaining pool, oh man, I don't think I have that email anymore. Shoot, sorry. I went ahead and deleted that email. I think I deleted it last night after the Titans lost. I was like, well, we're not going 5-0, so I'm just going to delete the email. All right, well, this has been a very, very discombobulated video. A lot of interruptions, which I apologize for, and it's going to take me forever to edit. But thank you so much for viewing or watching. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you all in the next one. Let's hopefully win some money this weekend. Take care.